YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Flow Fearless, Flow So Fearless. Back with another video again for you guys. This is a very, I would say, heart, very touchy subject for me. And I have faced this many years ago. I'm not saying 15, 20 years ago, but definitely past 5 years ago. I have faced this in my life. And the trauma that I dealt with in my life in regards to this was painful. It was gut wrenching. It was heartbreaking. I didn't see my way out of this at all. And I didn't think I was going to make it. You may ask what I'm talking about here tonight or today, whatever time zone you're on. And that is depression, suicide. Those words right there, people have dealt with it in their lives. Some have come out of it. Some are still dealing with it. Some have it where it's on and it's off at times. And some, unfortunately, are no longer here with us because of it. See, in this world, I've really realized in my life that no one is truly happy. We just portray to be happy. We just portray that everything's okay because we may have the family that we wanted. We may have the fortune, the fame, the business, the wife, the husband, the girlfriend, the boyfriend, the children that we wanted. We may live in a particular place that we've always wanted our lives to live at, but no one is truly happy because nobody's life is perfect. And unfortunately, no one's life will ever be perfect. I believe perfection only comes after you pass away. And your belief may be what it is. I know what I believe in, but people have different beliefs. But there's never true peace and true happiness until you leave this earth. And account on where you're going as well. That's what I believe. But this depression with suicidal thoughts hit me in around 2013. You always think that people are going to be around for a long time, right? Or I should say, you never think for 1 second that you're going to lose somebody that you've known your whole life. You look on the news, you hear different conversations about it. You see people lose people that are close to them, loved ones, people that they cherish. But you never quite think it's going to come to you or happen in a particular time. But it does. See, I lost my mother in 2013. Cancer. It literally consumed her whole body. I mean, there were so many different places that it was at. And the thing, I guess, that hurt me the most, that affected me the most, is I saw my mother so strong my whole entire life. I saw my mother work. I saw my mother give to people, love people, cherish people. She wasn't perfect. She had at times a temperament problem, but she was on fire. She was on fire for God. She loved people. She would do anything for somebody. respect to my father, but, at the time they weren't seeing eye to eye in their marriage with a lot of things. They wound up divorcing when I was a young age and then getting back together. But long story short, cancer hit my mother's body, and I think it could have been earlier than this, but it hit. We knew for a fact it was in 2012, I think it was. Because we know it was in 2011, we went on a trip. My mother wasn't really sleeping like that, like she was supposed to. So 2012, she went and she got surgery, removed it. But we all know if you're still in the stressful environments, still in stressful places, I'm not going to get into details of why it was stressful, what was going on, but just know that it came back. And it came back in a way, it seemed like it was 10 times worse, right? So I watched a woman who was so independent, loving, caring, patient, working with people, to becoming dependent on others. 55, my mother passed away at 55, 2013. My mother passed away 15 days after her birthday. November the 5th was her birthday. She passed away November the 20th. Difficult. Every time it comes around every year, it's tough. Every time. And for that reason, we try to keep her memory alive and well and strong. And I know you may, I'm not trying to get the day wrong. She passed away. So I pray it's the 20th. It's just my mind was so cluttered. I know that sounds crazy for me to even say that right now, but I get it mixed up because I don't even want to think about it at the time. That's how bad I was affected. And when it happened, it didn't hit me automatically. I was hurt. It hit me the next day. I broke down, pain, crying uncontrollably because I realized that this woman that I love so much ain't here no more. This woman I spent every Christmas with my life at the age of 25 at the time, it's not here no more. Gone. I had other brothers and sisters. Gone. Other family members, church members, just gone. Difficulty, pain. I moved out. I was living with my mother at the time, got my own place. Things didn't get better for me. It didn't change. I still cried. Still was an emotional turmoil, emotional wreck, deep wreck. I stopped believing in what I believed in and started converting to a whole nother belief system. I grew my facial hair and I was down here. I still at times would wear it like that. And I ain't been doing this lately, but I bought myself a gun, Smith & Wesson, for exact. I never shot the gun, which is crazy, but it was one night. I was in my apartment. I looked at that gun. I looked at myself in the mirror. I went in my room. I put the gun to my head. So I don't want to live no more. I didn't want to live no more. That gun ain't had no safety on it. And I almost pulled the trigger. I was in the end of my life. But I heard a voice saying, don't do it. I don't know if that was my mother or an angel or whatever it was, but I didn't do it. I was nasty to people. I mistreated people because I was hurt. I think about my mother almost if not every day, every other day. But I try to think about the good memories. What I'm saying today is that depression and suicide is a serious thing, guys. Get help. Whatever it may be. It may not be a loss of a loved one. It may not be somebody mistreating you. It may just be your own emotional turmoil that you're dealing with in your mind because you're not where you want to be, because you've made mistakes in your life, because you've done stuff wrong that you know you probably shouldn't have done. Get help. But know this as well. God loves you. God loves you. And if it's one person that can take your pain away better than anybody else, not saying it still won't be there, but would help you cope, it's God, the Lord. Go get guidance. Go get help. Go and get counseling and therapy. Be around people who's going to uplift you. But you're worth it. Suicide does not deserve you. Your life is precious. You may have been raped. You may have been mistreated. But you're worth it. You're worth it. Don't give up. I'm a living witness. I moved into my house last year with my wife. I got married in 2020. Got 2 beautiful children and a wife, a home. I would have never saw that if I killed myself. I would have never witnessed this. I would have never witnessed being around my family and my friends and my loved ones. They would have still been hurt. They would have still been going through stuff. You could fake a smile all you want, but when it's real, it's real. People can see the greatness in you and the happiness in you, but they don't see you behind closed doors. They don't see what you're really going through, what's really going on in your mind, what you battle with on a day in and basis and a nightly basis. They don't see what you're thinking about. They don't see the pain and the tears, but you're worth it. And you can overcome it. I promise you. You're worth it. Suicide doesn't deserve you. Depression doesn't deserve you. We may go through those thoughts, but they don't deserve you. You're valuable. My life is not the greatest. I don't expect it to be, but it's getting better day by day because I've made a decision. I made a decision. I'm not going to give up. And I'm not going to allow you to give up. I'm not going to allow you to cave in and quit. I'm not going to allow you to say, I can't do this no more. Because the moment you say, I can't do this no more, that's another day that you got that you can do it. The sun always shines the next day, and the rain never consistently goes. It eventually ends. You are valuable. I'm not going to hold you too much longer. Just remind yourself this. Suicide doesn't deserve you. Depression doesn't deserve you. You are valuable. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. There's somebody out there who loves you, who cares about you. There's somebody out there who's going to treat you the right way. There's somebody out there who's going to encourage you and love you. And I pray that my words are doing that for you right now. But it's not worth it. It's not. You got too many things you can do in this life. You got too many goals to reach. You got too many things to accomplish. You're worth it. That's all I got to say. It's your boy, Flow Fearless. Flow So Fearless. Signing out. Peace and love always.